Today we'll have a look at Monster Cards, Volo's Guide to Monsters supplement. We're going to have a brief look at the product, compare a card's anatomy with a similar product from another game, and finally, if you'll stick around till the end, you'll see me flipping through the entire deck of cards one by one. This is how this product is advertised at online stores. These 81 durable laminated cards represent a range of deadly beasts from the Dungeons & Dragons supplemental book Volo's Guide to Monsters, complete with stats and illustrations. From the Banderhop's stealth bonus to the UNT Pitmaster's cantrips, monster cards let the DMs select, organize, and access the information they need to help keep encounters running smoothly without flipping through the books. Basically, the cards are what you would expect from them. There's an art and a name of the monster on the front and a stat block on the back, though it's worth mentioning that you would encounter a few formats. Generally, the art is vertical, but on some cards is horizontal. Some of the cards have a generic yellowish parchment-looking background, but 2 or 3 cards have their own background, which is a part of the art. For me personally, none of this is an issue, but I've heard people complaining about this, so I'm including this information in case something like this is important to you. What I do think is kinda lame is that some of the cards, 2 to be exact, do not carry any art at all. I personally love the idea of having a quick reference to a monster or NPC, and I've used a similar product to prepare for games and even write adventures, but what allowed me to do that is the fact that the cards had flavored text on them. I'm talking about the Star Wars RPG from Fantasy Flight Games. I have a fair amount of critique towards D&D monster cards, because I've seen what a product like this can be for a similar price. Those cards had consistent design and each card had a unique art. I think that what helped save space for flavor text is that basic stats, HP, and skills were included on the front. Some might view it as a positive side in monster cards because you can show the art to your players without a risk of spoiling anything. Still, I was really surprised by how helpful the flavor text was in prepping for my Star Wars games. On the bright side, there is a page reference at the bottom below the challenge rating, which would save you some time. As for the rest, I don't have any issues with the stat block. It has the exact same format as any 5th edition stat block that you would find in the books, so it's familiar and easy to read. And that's the most important thing, because first and foremost, this product is aimed at making your life easier during the game, saving your time flipping through bookmarks and saving your DM space at the table, as you won't need certain books around anymore. Now, bigger cards don't really differ that much in terms of format. Basically, they have a second column, which is a continuation of a stat block. Another plus for these cards is that you can actually write on them with dry erase markers and pens to track health and conditions if you want to. Now, I'm not sure how long it can stay on the card in order to not cause permanent damage, so be careful with that. I think that one of the major cons is the fact that not every monster from Volo has managed to end up on the list of cards. The monsters that you can see on screen right now are all absent. So these guys, along with beasts and regular NPCs, ended up in Epic Monsters and Creatures and NPCs boxes respectively, with the exception of a guard trait. I don't even know why he wasn't included and what product contains its card. So this is not communicated by the manufacturer in any fashion. There's no list of monsters that you will get, and with the name Volo's Guide to Monsters on the box, which is the same name as the book, it's only natural to expect each and every monster from that book. I've also noticed some of the bigger cards have a slight bend if you look closely. It's not a disaster, but it contributes to the overall perception of this product. I haven't checked each and every card, but the Kobold Dragon Shield card has a challenge rating of 2, while in the book, the challenge rating is 1. If you want my honest opinion on this product, I'd give it a C. For what it's supposed to be, it's an okay product that will handle its purpose, though the lacking art, the miscommunication of what exactly do you get, that some would call false advertisement even, all these things are letdowns along with some minor quality issues. Now, if you want my opinion on this type of product, I can share it. I personally love physical stuff for my RPGs, books, tiles, miniatures, and cards. But if you're on a budget or you don't have enough room to keep all this stuff, going a little digital can really be a solution. When D&D Beyond first came out, I was skeptical, and a lot of people hated the fact that if you own a physical copy, you can't get a digital one. But if you're a starting DM and you're only about to start your collection, if I were you, I would prefer going for D&D Beyond or similar digital option. Take a look at this example. Let's say you want to buy Volo's Guide to Monsters and monster cards to run a bunch of games with these monsters. The MSRP for these products are $49.95 and $19.99, with a total of $69.94. Now, if you would want to include those absent monsters, you would have to buy an Epic Monster Cards box for another $29.99. That's almost $100 and a square foot of your house. If, on the other hand, you would use D&D Beyond, you would buy only one book for $30. And it's not a PDF, it has its own special format with links and shortcuts. You can browse a list of monsters available to you and create bookmarks that you can organize in folders for different sessions. A monster entry has a stat block, an art, and a brief description. Although I have to remind you that this is obviously not a review of D&D Beyond, and I have a lot of other issues with this tool, but that's a topic for another video. Let me know in the comments if you use this tool and whether you like it or not. Of course, leave your comments on monster cards as well, and share your thoughts on this product. This is the end of the discussion, but you can stay and have a look at the rest of the cards as promised. Thank you for watching.